Now, this is the fly I'm going to be tying. Now, this is called a Gurgler. It's a surface lure. It's basically for salmon, sea trout. It could be bass, it could be loads of fish will take the Gurgler. It's a type of fly that obviously scrapes the surface. If you're fishing in fast water, it'll cause a wake and encourage the fish to come up and have a grab, and it's a very popular pattern nowadays. The old way, many years ago, I tied it. This is my original one that I tied, which I kept as a sample. We just tied it in this kind of shape into a point, put some resin over the back here to sort of protect basically the vein at the front to keep it up. But most now just fold it back like this, and that works. Foam I'm using here is actually silver one side. It's a Loco foam I bought many years ago, last piece, but you don't really need to use silver one side and obviously white the other. It could be just normal white, whatever colour you have, because they're tying many colours nowadays. And this was certainly a good one for sea trout and for salmon. Now, the hook choice is up to yourself. I'm using this one here. This is the Daiichi Alec Jackson. The code is 2052. It's a kind of lighter wire. You can, if you're looking for a light wire single, obviously this one's a silver one. Thread I'm going to be using, I'm using the Uni Thread 80. I'm just going to run this wax through it. Make sure there's plenty of grip. And we start at the eye, and I'm just going to wind down. Now you could use a heavier thread if you want, maybe UTC or something, or 6/0 in this. The Uni would be fine. Just going to wind this down till just short of the point of the hook, and we tie in basically some silver crystal flash. Now, basically 4 strands. Looking round about the length of the hook, just tie that on first. Then I'm using some black Arctic Runner. It's a very soft hair. You could use lots of hairs to represent the tail of this. And the length is up to yourself as well. It could be as long as short as you like. I've tied them all different lengths. So I usually have the main, let's get some longer guard here. I usually have the main hair, the main part of the hair, the length of the flash. So we tie this on. 2 or 3 turns, and then I'm going to wax my thread. Make sure there's plenty of grip. On the top I'm going to put some mirror flash. I'm using a blue mirror flash. You could use whatever colour, red, just pearl itself. Looking a couple of strands. Now we just make sure they're lined up. Now I like this longer, or as long as the guard here. So basically catch it on the top, 2 strands, come up a wee bit, fold them back. Just check the length. If you're happy with it, that's fine, that'll do it. Then screw all the hair in. Just work your way up. Nice and tight. Now on the way down we tie in some silver wire. You're looking for like a small or a medium wire. Just going to take off a length. Tie it the way down, so I'm just going to catch it on the underside. Just work my way to the back. Then we tie in the foam. Now I've got a length cut here. This is a centimetre, 10mm. And what I'm going to do is just basically cut it slightly into a point. Makes it easier to tie in. I'm just going to take the thread back up just to this point here. Now you want the silver to be on the underside, so silver on top. When you turn it around, you see the silver there. Just adds a wee bit more colour to it. As I say, you can just use a plain ether foam, a closed cell foam anyway. Just checking where I am, just pulling it over, make sure I'm in line. That's fine. And then I'm going to tie in some pearl Fritz. This is a pearl Fritz. I'm going to bare some of the core so I can tie it in. This will tidy things up a bit. You could use just like a light bright or a flash as well. There's lots of things you could use. A chenille, though that would add weight. This is a wee bit lighter. So take the thread back up, and then what I do is I don't exactly touch and turns with the small Fritz. I space it slightly out. You want to try and keep it as light as possible. And I'm just going to make sure I'm pulling back fibre as I wind up. And we tie in our hackle when we get to this point. Let's tie off the Fritz. Just tidying up a wee bit. Now for the hackle down the body, I've got a dyed black saddle here. Now you get at the back of the cape, you get these long, soft hackles, which I use in some flies. I use it like when I want a soft fibre and a short fibre, I can use up the tips of these. So if you pull them out, you'll see they're quite short. And I'm going to take it to out there. For the bigger size, I'd keep this for the bigger one. So I'm round about there, that will do it. Just tear away. Obviously I've got the stem. You can tie this in, wax your thread. Just tidy this area up. Now we come round with a turn at the top, and then work our way down. Now at the back, just bring your wire up ready to tie it in. Now what I'm going to do is just open out these fibres before I bring the wire up through, ribbon it in and tighten it up. Just pull. Any fibres, maybe going forward, just pull them back and use the thread turns to hold. Yeah, and a wee bit of more wax there. Trim this away. What I like to do is just push down these fibres, but I'll take away the wire first, just bend and break it away. Just bring them round, just either side, just so that when you bring over your foam, let's get all the fibres there. That looks okay. Now I'm going to put a throat in this. I'm using this is a fluorescent red hackle. There's a cock hackle, we use cock or hen, any of the two. Just bring out the fibres 90 degrees from the stem and then just tear them away. Just line them up here. I usually just turn the hook upside down, tie them in. It's a good aiming point in red, so, and at the throat especially. 3 or 4 turns just to get it caught in. And check. Now what we can do is just spread it with a nail. Just check the length, it's okay. Tighten up. When you're happy with the position of the fibres, you can then trim away the excess of the waste. Let's check we're okay. That's fine. I'm going to tighten up, tidy this area up. Nice and tight. Get a nice shape into the head. I'm using 8/0 thread so I can get plenty of turns and not over tie the fly. So we're ready to bring up the foam. So what I like to do, I just like to give it a wee stretch, just a wee stretch at the back. Just going to take out these fibres here. just a wee stretch to give it some sort of taper. Let's catch it down with 3 or 4 turns at this point, just to check. You've came too far up there, so go back. Just come basically at the beginning of the head. I came too forward. That's better. Make sure there's plenty of turns in there, and then we fold. Just basically take this forward. You're looking round about, I would say, 10 mil or so in this size, and then catch it on the top. Again, a few turns in, just making sure it's level. And then we can tighten, then we can whip finish at this point. Trim away the thread. You can trim away at the back, but leave at least a mil or so, a mil or two. And there we are, just check everything's okay. That's fine. And then you could use a resin on the underside if you wish. I'm just going to use a varnish, a couple of coats of varnish, and it should be fine. And there we are. That's a version of the Gurgler, or one of them. There's many out there, many colour combinations. So see, this was one we tied for the sea trout. It was it worked. You can put an eye on them as well. Basically, there's lots of things you can do with it, but when you cast this out, it obviously catches this point of the foam, and it keeps it not on the surface. Obviously, it keeps it up. Because of the disturbance here, then the tail moves really, really well, but a flash through it. The Arctic Runner's a very soft, mobile hair. It's a beautiful hair, and as I say, it's a different pattern. Something you can give a go, especially if you're lucky enough to have sea trout. And obviously the salmon, you can skate one of these across the pool, and you'll see if there's anything in the pool, certainly they'll take note of this thing, skating across, especially through the night. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Give it a go. As I say, tie in different colours, and I'm sure if you give it a cast, you'll not go too far wrong with it. So thank you for watching. If you enjoy the videos, please subscribe.